Really like for you guys on my channel to participate and really give me some feedback on this thought that just occurred to me, trying to critical think. Every night I see around this time there's just a mist that's falling out of the ground. It's like all the moisture out of the air is falling to the ground, and of course the oceans are rising and the oceans are heating up. Polar ice caps are definitely melting. Global warming is still very real. Don't let this winter that came through with geoengineering and weather modification fool you. The oceans are still warming because the sea levels are rising. Anytime you add water to the sea, and you have to understand something, there's a lot of water in the air. There is enough water between the polar ice caps in the air to put 300-400 feet here in Louisiana. Sea levels. Where I'm standing would be 300-400 feet deep. That's how much water is on this planet. And it seems to me Pangea and things like that, they've modified things in the past. Pole shifts, things like this. So Ohio, water crisis. Gulf of Mexico, flesh-eating viruses. Ebola in Atlanta, Georgia, in Africa, and all over the continents. It seems to me that the real problem and the real mission of chemtrails is to starve and thirst people to death. If there's viruses, BP, definitely they put dispersants in the air. You can hear a jet coming. So I don't have commercial jets that fly over my place, never have, until chemtrails started being sprayed. So anyway, BP definitely poisoned the Gulf of Mexico, and there's no question about it. This is not tar balls. This is deliberately placed nanotechnology viruses. And as the weakened immune system with the nanometals that we're breathing, lowering our immune system, as we go into a water crisis, we're going to be so unhealthy that these viruses are just going to attack us. We're going to have millions dead. Not only thirsting to death, but basically dying of viruses. I mean, look at the moon. You can see this hazy layer. It's like this. Every night, this mist in Louisiana falls. And you literally can see these particulates. They just start falling. And it doesn't happen at 3 a.m. I mean, it happens as soon as the sun goes down immediately. There's so much metal in the air that this stuff is coming down on us. It's getting into our water aquifers. They've literally taken control of our ocean's water and our water aquifers. If you spray chemtrails into the oceans, nanotechnology, you can't filter that stuff out. You're just constantly drinking it. Matter of fact, you could never filter it out. It would take another days of Noah to get rid of it. Earth would have to shake us off like a bunch of fleas, like George Carlin said, in order to get rid of nanotechnology. And of course, thousands of years, the planet would be lifeless if these psychopaths don't blow it up with nuclear weapons. So, I've said this in the past, if you want to see an alien invasion, go to an oil company. If you want to see an alien invasion, go to the copper mines in Utah or the NSA facility in Utah. Go to the Denver airport and see what they're doing underground. Guys, I don't know if they're aliens, I don't know if they're demons, I don't know if they're just Satanists, but I know they exist in the Mormon Church. I know they exist in the Illuminati in Hollywood. They exist in the Bilderbergs, they exist in all the banker corporations. Satanism, Satanism, Satanism. What's so amazing about the Mormons is they actually worship Satanism and they really hide it. These people are so unaware. You know, Mormons are good people. When I talk about Mormons, I'm talking about the higher ups. I'm not talking about the people that are Mormon. There's people that are Mormon are just beautiful people. They're wonderful people. They're being tricked. They're being fooled. I mean, the Roman Catholic Church even hides information from us. So it's, although they're more Christian than a Mormon church, absolutely, we don't have satanic rituals. Except I'm kind of questioning the body and blood of Christ. I don't think that's, I don't think that's for I don't think we should worship a naked man hanging on a cross. That's just my honest opinion. I believe in Jesus Christ as a spiritual being, a God-like, pure, incredible being. He's our Savior. There's no question in my mind, but I don't think he wants to be worshipped naked hanging on a cross. I think he gave us the symbol of the lion and the lamb. This means that when you're wise and powerful, doesn't mean that you eat the lamb. And that's what's going on today. The wise, the powerful, the wealthy, they're eating the lambs. And this is when he comes, when the lion attacks the lamb. And we're the lambs, or you can call us sheeple, you can call us whatever you want. Some of us are more aware than others, but we're slaves, people. I don't care, Oprah's a slave. So, I don't care how much money you have, you don't have the money of these globalists. You know, Ted Turner is a slave. He's not going to be saved. He's not in the bloodline of the Rothschild and Rockefellers, my friend. So, he don't have near the money they have. He's a wannabe. So, this is all about one bloodline trying to dominate the planet, and they're going to use our moronic, selfish sins to do it. Every day we watching sin on TV. We live in sin all day. And these sins, these possessions that we need, all these things that they've made us feel like we can't live without, we can. We can grow a garden. We can become farmers again. We can take care of the land and protect Mother Earth. This is a very simple thing for us to do. It's just a movement towards God and truth. And then you'll start seeing that, you know, us protecting the animals and protecting Mother Earth and protecting the oceans, that's our jobs, that's who we are. I mean, we have a 9-month gestation period. We're higher conscious beings. And quite honestly, killer whales and dolphins, they even have a longer gestation period. They're even more higher conscious beings. That's my honest opinion. They're the protectors of the ocean, and there's more water. So of course, they're more of a conscious being. They're higher conscious being. Gosh. If I can die and come back as a killer whale, that would be a blessing to me, because I would love to explore the oceans. So, I've always loved killer whales. Except when they kill baby whales, but other than that. So, think about this, guys. I believe we're going into a water crisis. Water is going to be the next gold and silver. It's going to be the next oil. And they're going to convert this planet to water control. Because oil has got to go. They've drilled this earth so much oil. They've got to shift Mother Earth towards a water crisis, and they're going to make water the next oil. Matter of fact, it's going to be more powerful. It's going to be oil, gold, and silver combined. It's going to be life. And they're going to control it. Now, I believe that's what they're doing. Moving us towards the control of water. You control the water, you control the planet. So they're disguising this as weather modification. And yes, they can make storms. That's easy. That's easy. But water is a more powerful weapon than a storm. I promise you. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think. God bless.